started hearing people drumming, and I just got really attracted to the whole joy of music and rhythm, and it's very seductive and it seduces you and it just draws you in. And I was captivated, so I ended up going to Africa. What took me to Africa was probably my quarter-life crisis. When I was about 25, I was working as a stockbroker. Basically, I was working in the big smoke. I was working in the city in Sydney. I just had this moment of, I said it was a present moment awareness thing where I just kind of thought, my God, what am I doing with my time? Am I really doing what I want to do? And the inner answer was no, I'm not. So basically, I just decided there and then that I was going to quit my job. Had no idea what I was going to get up to. But I just went in the next day and quit my job. I'm a part of InRhythm. It's a drumming company. We do everything to do with drums. So it's drum making. We make drums for people. We sell drums. We do drumming courses for people in the community. We also do team building for corporate clients and work with kids and elderly people and homeless people and do a lot of charity work as well. I'm making a djembe drum.
What's a djembe drum?
Djembe drum is one of these drums from West Africa, and these are just really, really popular hand drums, and they're taking off all over the world.
How did you learn to make the djembe drum?
I learnt from my master drum maker, Ajete Ajay, in Ghana in West Africa.
Okay, the way InRhythm are involved with drum making, it's we import clean shells from a number of different places in Africa, from Ghana and Mali, Burkina Faso, and this one's from the Ivory Coast. So the way we do it is we wrap rings with rope to create loops to tighten the top ring to the bottom ring. These hoops are what hold the rope together. And if you have a look at this one here, this one's already got the rope on it. And as you tighten the rope from the top to the bottom, we have this loop here that runs across the top of the skin, and then the skin is wrapped with a hoop inside it, which creates friction lock that pulls the skin down tight over the top of the drum. So this is our edge here that we play against. As we tighten this down, the skin becomes tighter and creates a tone. And then once we have the skin ready to go, we pull it on top of this machine here. As we tighten the ropes on the rings here, we have this foot-controlled lever that locks into the rope like this, like so. And as you tread on the lever, the rope's pulled tighter, which pulls the skin down over the top of the drum and creates tone. Once we have the skin pulled on, we leave it to dry, and then once it's dried, you can come around and tighten the skin with the ropes right around the edges. And then depending on whether the skin is hairy or hairless, then we take a knife and peel the skin off, the hair off the skin, like so, until we have a completed drum.
Why do you think what you do is a good thing? Why bring drumming to people?
Because it feeds your soul. I've thought about this a lot, and I think I didn't know what it was at first while I was doing it, but I knew it made me feel absolutely amazing. One of the things that I really love about drumming is that it brings people together in the present moment all at once. And this type of drumming that we do, which is pretty much African-based, a lot of it's African-based, it requires one more drummer. It requires more than one drummer to make the music. It kind of teaches you to communicate on this beautiful level. It's very raw, and the level is it's music through rhythm.
Beau, so can you teach me how to drum?
Sure. First of all, you've got to grab your drum like this and tilt it forward, and you grab it with your legs like this. And that way, what you're doing is you're opening up the bass on the bottom of the drum so that you can get a nice bass sound. And that's the first sound that you learn, the bass. And to get the bass, you hit the drum right in the middle of the drum like this, and you let your hand bounce off. Beautiful bass sound. To create a tone, you keep your fingers closed but relaxed, so you get a sound like this. That's the tone. And then the next sound that you learn Of the 3 basic sounds that you can learn, bass, tone and slap, slap's the 3rd one. So with a slap, your fingers are nice and relaxed and you hit them in the same place as the tone, like this.
Would you encourage someone else to give up their job in pursuit of happiness?
Yeah, of course. I reckon if you're passionate about something, you can give up whatever you're doing and follow it. It's I don't know whether it takes courage or it takes guts or it takes someone to be a little bit naive, but I know that when I gave it up I was kind of a little bit naive. That naivety was in a way a blessing. It's a bit of a paradox, but it was a bit of a blessing because it opened my eyes and allowed me to do what I love and follow my passion, follow my dream. And I'm still following it and I love it, and there's a whole crew of us doing this and it feels fantastic.